Hello and welcome to AJ Storytime channel for kids. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell so you receive the notifications of when I'm reading live. I am so excited because right now I'm going to be reading some summary books. Yes, some things that happen only in summer and I'm so excited. The first book we are reading is called How a Seed Grows. This is by Helene Jordan. Now, we already have many story times where I'm teaching you how to grow a seed, right? But it's okay to learn more. A seed is a little plant. It is a plant that has not started to grow. Apple trees and daisies, carrots and acorn, clover and wheat all grown from seeds. Here is a tree seed. Someday it will be a tree like this. And here is a flower seed. Someday it will be a flower like this. Some seeds grow slowly. These are the seeds of an oak tree. An oak tree grows very slowly. Suppose you plant an oak tree seed. You will be a father or a mother or even a grandfather or a grandmother and the oak tree will still be growing. Some seeds grow fast. This is bean seed. It grows very fast. It grows so fast that it becomes a bean plant in just a few weeks. You can plant bean seeds yourself. We use pole beans and you can use pole beans, bush beans, or lima beans. You can plant the seeds in an eggshell or tin cans or old cups or little flower pots. Be sure that you contain a half hole in the bottom. We use eggshells and we use a pencil to make holes in the eggshells. We fill 12 eggshells with soil like this. Then we make a hole in the soil with a finger like this. And then when you have made a hole in the soil, plant a bean seed in it and plant one seed in each hole. Cover the seed with the soil. Sprinkle the soil carefully with a little water. Number the shells and write the number 1 on the first shelf, put the number 2 on the next shelf, and keep going until all the shelves are numbered from 1 to 12. Put all the eggshells in an egg carton and put the carton in the sunlight on a windowsill. Some beans, their seeds grow faster than others, so our seeds began to grow in 3 days. Your bean seeds may take a little longer. You won't be able to see your seeds growing yet. They start to grow under the soil, then you cannot see them. Water your seeds a little every day. Then water sucks into the seeds and the seeds begin to grow. More water sucks into the seeds and the seeds get fatter and fatter. Wait for 3 days and then dig up seed number 1. It may be soft, it may be fat, maybe it will look the same as it did before. Soon the seed will grow so that fat skin will pop off. In 2 more days, dig up seed number 2. Maybe it will look different now. Maybe the skin of the seed will be loose. Now a root starts to grow. The root grows from one side of the bean seed. The root pushes down into the soil, down and down. Dig up seed number 3. Can you see the root? It looks like this. If you do not see the root, wait for another day. Then dig up seed number 4. After a few more days, dig up seed number 5. Something else is happening. Little roots will be growing from the big root. They look like tiny white hairs. They are called root hairs. Day after day, the roots and root hair push down into the soil. Day after day, the bean seeds are pushed up and the soil is pushed aside. Watch your seeds. Soon you will see pale shoots pushed through the soil. A shoot is the beginning of a green plant. A shoot grows toward the sun. Watch your seeds. Some may have come through the ground. Some may have broken open. Maybe some of your seeds have not started to grow. How many are growing? Count them. The bean seeds grow fast and the shoots turn green. The leaves come next, and now your bean seeds are bean plants. They look like this. How many of your bean seeds are bean plants? A seed needs many things to grow. It needs soil, water, and sun. If a seed has all of these things, it will grow into a plant. It will grow into the same kind of plant that it came from. An apple tree or a daisy or carrot or acorn. It will grow into clover or it will grow into a bean plant like the one you planted. The end. That was really nice and interesting, right guys? How a seed grows. I have one more book for you, and this is Garden Wigglers, Earthworms, Earthworms, Your Backyard by Nancy Lowen. I hope that you get excited and you start planting some seeds, right? Because if you plant seeds, you'll be able to see some worm in your backyard. A wormy morning. It rained hard all night. Now it's morning. The sun is shining, the grass is green and glistening. But what's this? Look at all the earthworms on the sidewalk and driveways. What are they doing there? Have you ever wondered how you see them? I see a few of them in my backyard sometime. Earthworms live in the ground and they make long, narrow tunnels called burrows. When the soil becomes too wet, the worms are in danger of drowning. They leave their burrows and go to the surface, and the movement of the rain confuses them. The worms know they should find a safe place, but they don't know where that is. Eating dirt. Let's take a closer look at this earthworm. Its body is made up of many ringed parts or segments. Can you tell where the head is? It's hard to tell because the earthworm doesn't have eyes or ears. It does have a tiny mouth, though. If you watch the worm long enough, you'll be able to tell one end from the other. What do earthworms eat? Dirt. Actually, they eat for the rotting bits of plants, bugs, and animals that are found in the dirt. An earthworm's body takes the food out of the dirt it eats. It uses the food to grow and get rid of the dirt. When the dirt comes out, it's called a casting. In other words, worm poop. Nature's gardeners. Worm casting might sound gross, but they are actually very important in making healthy soil. Casting provide nutrients that plants need to grow. And that's not all. The earthworm burrows let more air and water into the soil. They keep the soil from getting hard. Earthworms aren't pets. They are nature's gardener. How worms move? Oh, cool. Watch that earthworm move. First, it stretches long and thin, reaching as far as it can go. Then it bunches up, short and fat. And now it's long again. An earthworm has two kinds of muscles to help it move. Some muscles go in circle around the worm's body, while others go tip-tip. The earthworm also has tiny, nearly invisible bristles called setae all over its body. These coarse hairs help the worm move too. Earthworms have something that makes them very different from most animals. They have both male and female reproductive organs, but an earthworm cannot mate by itself. It still must mate with another earthworm. Around the middle part of an earthworm is the thick ring called the clitolen. After mating, each worm uses the clitolen to make a shell called a cocoon. The cocoon is made of thick slime and holds the worm's eggs. Within a few weeks, as many as 5 baby earthworms hatch from each cocoon. Do you remember who does the cocoon too? Did you say butterfly? Good job, you guys are so smart. Besides keeping the soil healthy, earthworms have another important job. They are part of the food chain. Birds, moles, shrews, and other animals eat worms. In many parts of the world, people eat worms too. People also use worm as bait for fishing. Wiggling back home. It's getting hotter now. The sidewalks and driveways are drying off. If the earthworms get too dry, they won't be able to breathe. They'll die. How about giving them a helping hand? Put the earthworms back onto the grass so they can crawl back into the soil. They got a very important work to do. The end. Wasn't that interesting, guys, right? Garden wiggles. Now you know that the earthworm in your backyard has an important job to do. It helps our plants and vegetables grow. So please don't forget, don't kill them. If they come out, just try to put them in a dry place. We read garden wiggles and how a seed grows. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Goodbye.